Hey everybody, welcome back to Doc G's Reloading. Today I'm going to go over this Bond Arms Snake Slayer 4, which I got the other day. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought, wow, that's pretty neat. And I saw it in the store, and I watched some videos online, and I said, I'm going to get it. So I didn't do an unboxing. Unboxing is kind of unremarkable. It comes in this little plastic case with foam padding and your user manual. The user manual is nice. It does include a lot of questions and answers and how to grip the gun and everything, and so that was good. I ran about 50 rounds through it yesterday, believe it or not. I mean, I was surprised I could do that many without, losing some skin on my hand or being really sore, and I wasn't. So we're gonna go over some of the features today, and I'm gonna show you kind of what rounds I shot. So it's a 3.5-inch barrel, and it'll take these 3-inch shot shells. So I've got some Winchester Slug 410 caliber shot shells, and they're the Winchester Super X slug round, and that's in the 3-inch size. I have the Federal, which is 000 buck, and I think there's three 000 buck in this. You kind of see 000 buck in there, and this is the 2.5-inch from Federal. That's a self-defense round. And I got this Hornady, kind of like self-defense round. And then I just have this Target round from some generic company. It uses Starline brass, so that's nice. But anyway, just some lead, nothing fancy kind of rounds too. So I shot all of those through this. We're gonna go over some of the features of the gun though. I shot it and I was like, I really love this gun. I really do. I don't regret buying it at all. It's really nice. The gun's already been cleared. We won't go through that. But so what's interesting about it is this has a full walnut or cherry grip on it. I think it's walnut, but it's got a full grip on it. Really nice checkering. This is a one-hand shoot gun, so you don't shoot this with two hands. If you want to lose skin on your knuckles, shoot it with two hands. Really, this is a one-hand point at your target and shoot, and that's about it. So, but really nice grips. The grips are smooth. This feels like a hand-fitted kind of luxury model. For the price, it wasn't bad. It's a really neat gun. So some of the features on it here. So what's nice about this is, this hammer will not go forward unless you pull the trigger. When you pull the trigger, it goes forward and it will hit the firing pins. But when you release it or it comes back, it won't hit there. So this is perfectly safe to carry in your pocket. That hammer can never hit that. It's a safety feature. So that's really neat. Plus, it does have a Crossbolt Safety. I'm going to see if you guys can see this here. So you can kind of see there's some red there. Of course, I don't have anything to point with, but I will point with this pen here. So you can kind of see right in here, there's some red. I'm going to see if I can angle that. You see a little red stripe there. There you go. So you see that little red stripe. That means it's ready to fire. If you want to put it on safe, you just push it that way, and it's on safe. Now what that is that's a hammer block. So they don't recommend dry firing it at all with that hammer block in place, because what's going to happen is this is going to come forward and hit the edge of this, and it'll damage the safety over time. So you don't want to do that. They don't recommend dry firing this gun at all. So really, I just wouldn't do it. You don't need to. This is not a gun you sit around and dry fire. But that Crossbolt Safety is really neat, and it's really, it snaps nice. You can hear that. And the cool thing about it too is it comes with a 0.050-inch Allen wrench, and right here in this hole here, you can see right there in that hole there on the side, you can stick that Allen key in there and put it on safe, and then tighten that Allen key down, and it'll stop this safety from moving back and forth. So that way you could put it on full safe without having a trigger lock on it. Now that's not going to allow you to get to the gun pretty quick, but if you wanted this in your safe, you put it in your safe, and you wanted no one to get to it and fire it, especially kids, you would lock that with the and they include the Allen key in the manual. It's actually taped in the manual here. See if I can open up to that page. Should be able to pretty easily. But yeah, so they tape it to the page there. Got your little Allen key right there on the bottom, right there. You can see it's taped to the manual. So they give you one of those. So that's really nice, so that you can lock this gun out and throw it in your safe without having to put a trigger lock on it. It's really nice. It pops down nicely, locks nicely. The trigger's kind of interesting in that it kind of pulls down and back. Let's see if I can get this up here for you. So when you pull the trigger, you can kind of see how it goes down. It's not a trigger that goes straight back. So it kind of goes down and back, which is interesting. But very comfortable to shoot. Shoot it one-handed, don't shoot it two-handed. And then when you open this up here, what's really nice is this is just like a shotgun here. This is just like a 2-barrel shotgun. It's got this spring ejector here. You can see this spring ejector. I'm going to actuate the spring, so you can kind of see. So what that does is when you open it, break it open, it puts enough there so that you can get your finger underneath. Also, you can push up on this lever. So you can see this lever right here. You can push up on that, and that gives you even gives you even more clearance, so that you can really get the cases out if you need to. And the spring is underneath it here. The spring goes into the barrel there. So, and you can just push it down, but it's spring actuated. So what's nice is the minute you're at the range, and the minute you, so I can do this so you guys can kind of see it. The minute you pop this open, you've already got a nice gap there where you can just pull the cartridges out. So with your finger. Actually, you don't even need a fingernail with a finger. And if for some reason you can't get to it, or this is a little stuck down, you just push up on that lever. It gives you more than enough room, and you just pull them out. So that's a really nice feature, really neat feature. I was surprised. It locks together solid. It's a nice heavy gun. Here's your sighting. So you don't get again, it's a notch in the back and your blade in the front. And I'm going to see if I can get this lined up for you good enough. There you go. So it's a notch in the back, blade in the front, and pretty much that blade has to be buried in this notch. So it has to be almost like right there in order for you to really be on target. So you don't want much of this blade showing above the notch. So you kind of see the notch there in the back. That's your notch in the back right there. You can see that. Yeah, that's your notch. And then you can see the blade in front. But what you want is your sight picture on this is basically the top of this blade needs to be level with the notch in back. It took me about 10 rounds to figure that out. But I wasn't shooting at paper, I was shooting at steel, which is kind of dumb. I should have not tried to shoot at steel. I should have shot at some paper first. But after about 10 rounds, I figured it out. They all shoot great. All of these things shoot fine. I mean, I was surprised. The recoil is manageable. It's not bad. These are what I would consider hot rounds. Even these are hot rounds, and everything shot perfectly through it. I shot at no problem. My hand's not sore. Really, there's no way to grip this with two hands. I wouldn't recommend it. You've got some metal here that could rub this finger easily. And they also tell you not to grip. So when your trigger's back like this, and we'll put the safety on just to have it on. But let's say when you don't want to grip it like this with your thumb underneath. You want to have some. I'm sorry, with the web of your hand on the trigger. You want at least a 1/4 inch back from that. So you do not want to be on that trigger. I'm sorry, on the hammer. You want to be on the hammer. You don't want your hand up here. That's not good. You want your hand back here, away from the trigger when you pull it, because of the recoil coming back, that'll dig into your hand. So, but the recoil was manageable. Fantastic little gun. Don't regret anything about it. Don't regret buying it. Love all the features. Absolutely gorgeous grip. Beautiful. It looks like walnut or cherry, I'm not sure. But anyway, whatever wood it is, it's beautifully done, nicely put together, accurate at 3 yards. I was shooting at 3 yards. and would work at 3 yards easy. So this is your anti-carjack gun or something you can throw in your pocket. I was thinking about the 4 1/4 inch barrel, which is puts you an extra 3/4 of an inch out here. But I'm thinking it was extra weight, extra length. I want to be able to throw this in my pocket if I want to. So really, really nice gun. Bond Arms Snake Slayer 4. So thanks again for watching Doc G's Reloading, and let me know if you have any questions.